Hi, my name is Russell Brunson, and I know your story. You've got a website or a product or an opportunity that you want to promote, but no matter what you do, you can't get people to come to your website, right? Isn't that why you're here? To answer the golden question, how do I get visitors, customers, and traffic to come to my websites consistently, day in and day out? Well, over the past 3 years, my team and I set out to answer that question for you. We spent over $280,000 on courses. We studied over 130,000 pages in manuals and ebooks. We went through over 600 DVDs, 4,000 CDs, and attended or hosted over 40 workshops. We took in all this information and then tested the process for over 3 years. What we found was, well, it was kind of shocking. But before I share with you the results, I want to tell you a story first, because all the work we put in was completely useless until we discovered this one thing. So let me tell you this quick story. It's about a book I read that has nothing to do with internet marketing. Yet after I read this book, I was able to get hundreds of thousands of visitors to my websites every single month consistently for over 5 years without ever lifting a finger. Now, it's really that simple. All you have to do is say, send this traffic to www.yourwebsite.com, and traffic could instantly go to that site. Now, that's why smart internet marketers are going to want to be part of what I'm going to share with you right now in this video. 5 years ago, I was going on a family trip to Lake Powell, Utah. On the way out of town, we stopped by a Barnes & Noble and I grabbed a new book to read on the trip. Now, I didn't have long to figure out what book I wanted, so I grabbed the very first thing that looked interesting. It was called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Now, let me tell you, despite what I thought, The E-Myth has nothing to do with internet marketing. But I didn't find that out until I'd driven 10 hours across the desert, jumped into a houseboat, and set out anchor into the middle of the lake. So, while I was disappointed that the book had nothing to do with internet marketing, I was shocked at what I learned, and this book transformed my life forever. In the book, he asked the question, why are people willing to spend millions of dollars to buy a McDonald's franchise? Does it have anything to do with their hamburgers being better than everybody else's? Well, no, the reason you spend over $1 million to buy a McDonald's franchise is because they've created systems that are so easily and duplicatable that you can literally take any 15-year-old kid off the street, and within minutes, they're able to make the exact same hamburgers and make McDonald's famous. So they aren't paying $1 million for a secret recipe or for great tasting hamburgers. They're paying it for their systems. And when I read that, I had a big aha moment. I looked at my own entrepreneurial life and realized that I was doing everything by myself. Let me know if this sounds a little bit like you. As the entrepreneur of my business, I had to come up with product ideas. I had to create the product. I had to write the sales letter or create the sales video. I had to design the graphics, set up the website, sell the product, drive traffic, do the customer support, and on and on and on. Now, if I ever stopped doing any of these things, then everything would collapse. My business would go under. Does that sound like you? Yeah, that was me about 5 years ago. And what I realized is that I needed to slow down, look at everything I was doing, and then do what McDonald's does. Create systems that are so simple a 15-year-old kid could do them, so I could outsource them and easily have other people do it. Now, I became obsessed with creating systems for every single part of my business so that it would run without me. Then one day I thought to myself, how can I turn traffic getting into a system? Just imagine getting traffic to your website without having to do anything ever. Just set up a system and magically traffic would come to my website. Well, it sounds too good to be true, don't you think? Well, here's how it usually works. You go out there and you buy a huge course or an ebook teaching a new concept on how you can drive traffic to your website. After you spend a few hours learning the strategy, then you have to spend weeks or months trying to implement them and hoping that you'll eventually be able to get some traffic. Does that sound like you? Now, this takes a lot of time and the chances of success are really low. It's like going to Vegas and betting on red or on black. Sure, you got a 50-50 chance of winning, but half the time you're going to fail and you're not going to know what you're getting until after you've already wasted your time and your money. So how do I know this? Well, because I went through this frustrating process myself many times. I bought every product and every course on anything related to internet marketing. You see, when I first got started in internet marketing, I wanted to make it big. I saw other people making money online and I knew that I could do it too. If I could just get people, if I could just get traffic to come to my website. Now, I'm sure you've probably thought the same thing before, right? So I went out and I started to buy every single product I could get my hands on. In fact, my accountant recently told me that I've invested over $280,000 on courses teaching different aspects of internet marketing. $280,000. Isn't that crazy? Now, I hope that you found this video before you spent that much so I can save you some time and some money. You see, I already knew how to create a website and how to create products, but my biggest problem was getting traffic to my websites. Because let's face it, getting a website online isn't that hard, but unless people show up to that website, you're never going to sell anything, right? It's kind of like that movie with Kevin Costner, The Field of Dreams, where he says, if you build it, they will come. Now, if only it were that easy. The truth is, getting traffic to a site is one of the hardest things to do. In fact, it's considered to be the holy grail of internet marketing because it's extremely hard to find and get. So one day I sat down and wondered, how could I systemize the traffic process so I could get traffic coming to my website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without any actual work on my part. I wanted the traffic, but I didn't want to spend 18 hours a day doing it myself either. I'm not sure about you, but that's why I got into this whole internet marketing business. So it could be automated for me and make money while I do what I really wanted to do with my life. So my team and I went through over $280,000 of courses, tested them out, we saw what worked, and we also saw what didn't work. And after years of trial and error, we were able to break down the winners into a very few simple traffic systems. We then created these systems in a way that didn't require me to do anything. I could give them to someone in the Philippines who I paid $2 or $3 an hour, and they could consistently get the exact same result that I did day in and day out. And we made them so simple that all I had to do was 3 things. Number 1 is show a potential employee the systems. Number 2, tell that employee to start driving traffic to my websites. And step number 3 is I would count all the traffic and all the money that was coming to me at that point. Now, believe me, this is one of the big things that allowed me to take my business from making over $200,000 from my college dorm room, which isn't too bad, to making over $10 million just 5 years later. Now, I'm sure you're asking, Russell, after going through all these courses, which ones worked? Which ones were scams? Which ones are still relevant in today's market, right? Isn't it the worst thing when you buy a product only to find out that the strategies have already stopped working? So let me share with you a few of the traffic systems we created. These are systems we use every day that you've probably never even heard of. Okay, the first traffic system I want to share with you is what we affectionately call the Oprah traffic method. Now, I know that Oprah's main talk show isn't currently on TV anymore, but we originally developed this system when she was in her prime, and it works just as good right now as it did back then. Now, in this method, you have to find out what the major topics or events that are going to be on Oprah or any major TV show and find out what they're going to be talking about in the next 24 to 72 hours. It's usually some kind of topic that's going to get people talking about it after the show. And more importantly, after the show, they're going to jump online and search for that on the internet. For example, recently the Today Show did a segment on baby sign language. Now, fortunately for me, I happen to have a product teaching baby sign language. So immediately after the show, people jumped online to learn more, and there I was all over the first page in Google. Now, the coolest thing about this system is that it can give you 2 or 4 or 8 of the top spots in Google fast, oftentimes within 24 hours or less. So if you know what's going to be on TV or on the news or hot in the media right now, then you can apply this system, and in a very short period of time, you can be number 1 in Google. Now, there are obviously a few more details in the steps, and you can ask any SEO guru out there, and they're going to tell you, but Russell, those rankings may go number 1 in Google within 24 hours like you're saying, but they only last for 1 to 2 weeks max, and then they go away. And to them I say, you're right. This system is not about trying to get long-term traffic. This system is trying to capitalize on what's hot in the media right now. The reason that this system is so powerful is because it can get you ranked fast, oftentimes within just hours. So when people are talking about something, boom, you're already there on page number 1 now, not next week. Now, would you like to learn that system? Now, that one alone has made me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last few years, and I don't have to do anything for it. My team in the Philippines does the whole thing, and like I said, it only costs me $2 to $3 per hour. Does that sound pretty cool? Okay, let me share with you another powerful system that we use every single day. Now, for this one, just imagine if all the big videos on YouTube, the ones that are getting millions of viewers a month, what if they were all pointing back to your website? Now, we were able to create a system that's so simple yet so powerful, it does this on complete autopilot. That's why we call this next traffic system the YouTube Heist method. Now, step number 1 in the YouTube Heist method is you need to use our powerful software program. And this software program is only available to Instant Traffic Systems members. It allows you to enter a keyword, and then it goes out there and spiders YouTube and finds all of the videos that are getting a lot of traffic in your niche right now. Now, what's interesting is we found that most people who are on YouTube, they aren't marketers. They're people who are just posting videos for fun. So what we then do is we go and approach these people, and we work out a way where we can either put our link in their description or do a joint venture with them. Now, what's cool is that most people are okay with you putting a link in their description for a little bit of money. Now, I'm not talking about a lot of money, maybe 20 or 30 bucks that allow you to put a link in a video that's getting hundreds of thousands of views. Now, that's awesome because if you choose a video that's getting a lot of traffic, you can get tons of people to your site in no time at all. Now, this software will allow you to quickly find those videos, and then you can become a parasite on their already successful videos and get hundreds or even thousands of visitors to your website almost instantly. Now, wouldn't you like to get traffic from other people's work? Well, now you can, just like we do every single day. Okay, now before I show you this last system, let me ask you this. If you had the personal email address of everyone in the world who's currently looking for one of your products, do you think you could drive more traffic to your website? Now for this system, we have a very special tool that goes out there and actually finds people who are actively searching for your product, and then it gives you their personal email address. I know, it sounds way too good to be true, but this software scrapes websites that post what people are looking for and gives you their email address so you can email them and sell them your product. Now we use this system every single day to sell people different business opportunities. We put them into our MLM programs, as well as selling products in a variety of different niches. In fact, check out the software in action. Step number 1, all you do is you type in what it is you're selling. Step number 2 is you click submit, and the software goes out there and scrapes a bunch of different websites and brings back a list of the people who are currently looking for what you're selling. And step number 3 is you email the people whose names show up. Wasn't that easy enough? I sure hope so. Okay, now you're going to get that software for free as long as you're a member of Instant Traffic Systems. And in case you're curious, our competitors sell software that's similar to this, but they charge $4,000 for it. Okay, well those are just 3 of the traffic systems we've created and we use every single day in our business. We have used these and dozens more every single day that most marketers will never even know exist. Now these stem from years of going through over $280,000 worth of courses and talking to my friends who are insiders in the industry to find out what's really working right now. I then hired a close friend, his name is Stephen Luke, to create powerful videos that detail out step by step exactly what you need to do and in what order to do them. They're the same videos my team uses day in and day out to drive hundreds of thousands of visitors to my website around the clock. So what's the next step for you? Well, you've got a couple options. First, you can do what I did. You can invest in over $280,000 worth of courses, spend over 3 years testing each theory and separating the wheat from the tares, then create a step-by-step video in a format you can give to your outsourced workers, and then hire programmers to develop software to automate most of the difficult time-consuming tasks, or you can take a shortcut. Who here would rather have a shortcut? Yeah, I know I would. Now, for a limited time while this video's up, I'm going to give you that shortcut. I'm going to give you access to my instant traffic systems. Does that sound good to you? Well, that saved you a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, when you invest in instant traffic systems today, you're going to get instant access to our private members area where you can get immediate access to our traffic systems. Let me share with you a few of the traffic systems you're going to get when you become a member today. The first traffic system is called Oprah Traffic Method. I've already showed you how to use this traffic method to capitalize things that are hot in the media right now. Plus, we're also going to give you access to one of our internal software programs that actually allows you to monitor the hot topics in real time, so you're always going to be ahead of your competition and you're always going to know what's being talked about right now. Now, traffic system number 2 is called our Anabolic SEO Traffic Method. Now, we use this method to get listed on page number 1 in Google for keywords that we want to rank for. Traffic system number 3 is called the Video Traffic Method. Now, this system is going to show you how we use simple videos to drive insane amounts of traffic to any website we want. You're also going to get a copy of our YouTube Rockstar Finder software that's so powerful we don't sell it anywhere. The only way to get this software is becoming an Instant Traffic System member right now. Now, traffic system number 4 is called our Social Media Traffic System. Just imagine using Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook to get new visitors to your website right now. Traffic system number 5 is called the Website Parasite Traffic Method. This system will show you how to find websites that your visitors are already on and then get those people to come back to your website now. Traffic system number 6 is called the Affiliate Traffic Method. And when you unlock this system, you're going to get our powerful software that will actually go out on the internet and locate potential super affiliates for you, people with huge email lists and tons of existing traffic, and get them to promote your products for you. Traffic system number 7 is called our Traffic Arbitrage Method. It's going to teach you how to buy traffic for very cheap, how to get it to your website, and build a huge profit very fast. But it doesn't stop there. As we keep learning and adding new traffic systems to our business, we give those systems to you as well. In fact, recently we added a few like our placement targeting systems, our banner boosting systems, our email leeching systems, our web page heisting methods, and a whole bunch more. Now, each traffic system contains videos telling you the exact steps on what you need to do to drive traffic to your websites. And don't worry, there's no theory involved. These videos just tell you step by step exactly what you need to do. Doesn't that sound nice, knowing you're not going to have to wade through 600 DVDs to get the one nugget you actually need to be successful? And the best part is each of these systems is arranged in categories so you can go through them and implement them one system at a time, boosting the chances of getting more and more traffic to your website, or find another outsourced worker and put them in charge of running another one of these systems for you. Now, believe me, once you've implemented each of these traffic systems, it's kind of like a snowball rolling down a snowy hill. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, on top of the core traffic systems, each day we're studying, we're learning, we're testing, and we're trying new traffic methods. As soon as we come up with something that's not just theory but actually works, then we create a system and we put it in the members area. And like I said, every month we're adding new traffic systems that you can add to your traffic arsenal. Okay, so I'm sure you're wondering, so what's the instant inside of instant traffic systems? Well, one of the best part about instant traffic systems is that you don't have to do them. That's right, you can give these to your outsourced workers and just have them follow the directions. Because you're allowed to give your login access to an employee, all you have to do is let them in and we'll do the rest. The members area will train them and get them driving traffic almost immediately. Give your secretary login or give a worker overseas or even put your spouse or kids to work if you want to. It's literally that simple. And if you don't have an outsourced worker, don't worry. I'm friends with someone who runs a huge outsourcing company in the Philippines. And I've arranged a special deal with him where you can actually get a virtual assistant for free for a month to start generating traffic for you. Then all you have to do is tell them to send traffic to www.yourwebsite.com and sit back and let the traffic come through. But that's not all. You see, the easiest way to systemize a process is to create a software program that makes it push button easy to implement. In fact, I call it pushing the big fat easy button. If there's anything I can ever do in my business to make things easier, I do it right away. So we decided to give you some software tools we normally don't sell, but we use every single day in our own offices. I've already mentioned this before, but here are the actual software products you'll get released to you each and every month. Our reverse Craigslist software, our bulk Google Alerts Creator, our YouTube Rockstar Finder, our Super Affiliate Finder, our Google Placement Target Finder, our Banner Hotspot, and much, much more. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what's the price of all this going to be? Well, if you're to buy all these courses and learn all the traffic tactics I'm going to reveal to you in instant traffic systems, you have to do just what I did, pay $280,000. That's how much I spent on all the courses in my library. And don't forget, you would have to spend all the time and the money going through all these courses and to create these instant traffic systems yourself. Now, I estimate it took me over 3 full years to create these systems, along with the tens of thousands of dollars of manpower that it took to create the systems and the software so that it'd be as cut and paste simple as possible. Now, I could easily charge $10,000 for these systems, and that's pretty low considering the hundreds of thousands of dollars it took me to create them. Well, you're not going to pay $10,000. In fact, this would be a steal at $5,000, but you're not going to pay $5,000 either. Now, if you're guessing $1,000, then you would have been right. The reason I say you would have been is because a year ago I was selling these exact same systems for $1,000. Now, others have paid this in the past, and it was worth every single penny and more to them. After all, how much is each of the visitors that come to your website going to be worth to you? They'd be worth $1, $2, $10 or more. Now, if I could give you hundreds or thousands of visitors on complete autopilot for the rest of your life, that'd be worth at least $1,000, right? But don't worry, I know the economy's been hard on all of us, and you deserve a break. Heck, we all do. So I wanted to do the unthinkable. I'm going to let you get started today not for $1,000, not for $100, not even for $10. I'm going to let you get started today for just $1. That's right, for just $1, I'm going to give you the Oprah traffic system. I want you to test it out for 7 full days and decide for yourself if it's going to help you get more traffic to your websites. Now, after 7 days, I'm going to start unlocking a new traffic system for you every few weeks. First, it's going to be the anabolic SEO method. Then a few weeks later, I'm going to unlock the video traffic method. I'm going to give you enough time to implement them with your team, and I'm going to keep unlocking system after system. Social media method, parasite traffic, affiliate traffic, and so on. About every 30 days, a new system will be unlocked. I'm not going to charge you $97 per month that I'm sure you're expecting either. In fact, I'm not even going to charge you $47 a month that we were going to charge. When you lock in your membership right now, it's only going to cost you $37 per month for each new traffic system. Now, does that sound fair? I know, it's about half the price of a normal outdated ebook. But I figured if I let you in at a crazy price like this, heck, if I let you test it out for just $1, you should be able to start making money pretty quickly. And hopefully, you'll take some of that newfound money and invest in other products and services I have in the future. Does that sound like a good trade? Cool. Okay, now don't worry, if at any time you don't want to keep getting the new systems, probably because you can barely handle the traffic we're already sending to you, just let us know and we'll cancel any future billings, and you can keep access to those systems you've already paid for. So click the link below right now to get this amazing discount. Just keep in mind that I apologize if it's no longer available to you by the time this video is over. So to get started right now, hit the button below because once I shut it down, I don't ever expect to offer this product again at the same price. Now really quick, every single waking moment that passes while you operate without these traffic systems at your disposal is moments that you're working harder than necessary. And you're cheating yourself with the profits you could have been making. Now all of this accumulates. And when you're not earning as much money as you should be earning, it's costing you. Yes, you suffer the full effect of the opportunity cost. It doesn't matter to me if you sign up today or not. I'm still going to be eating my sushi and my steak and going about my daily business and hitting my financial goals with absolute certainty, whether you become a member today or not. This decision is about taking responsibility for yourself and finally getting unlimited traffic to your websites. If you're not careful, you're always going to be working harder than you really need to. I know it sounds kind of harsh, but I think you're going to agree it's true. I mean, have you ever lost your wallet? Big deal. You can buy a new wallet. You can earn back the money you lost. But when you lose your time, that's something you can never get back. Just think about it. If you're not earning as much money as you should, then you're actually delaying and depriving yourself of the added financial leverage you can and should be enjoying. So it's your clock that's ticking, not mine. So I suggest that you act right now. Remember, you do have a choice. So click on the link below and get started for just $1 right now.